Okay, so tonight we're not going to do anything fancy electronically. We're going to do some stuff with, what are they called? Joystick things, but we will save that for another time. But I want to start doing more videos on this channel, so we're going to do toys. And this is this little kit set thing I got off Aliexpress. And it's a little swinging person, so they're going to go swinging backwards and forwards, and so that should be quite fun. So very simple stuff, but looks like it should be fun. So this is going to make an electromagnet that is going to repel the magnet at the bottom. So I've got to get the magnet the right way around in order for this to work. So these are the bits you get in it. You get a little foam base, which is not perfectly flat. You get some sandpaper, which is handy. A little person to go swinging backwards and forwards. Oh, they're attached. Oh, right, I get this. Okay. I kept thinking this was at the bottom. And, alright, so that's cool. Let's just read the instructions and you'll see where it all goes. So the first thing to do is to put these things onto the top. We'll cut the little bag open. So this is the swingy part. Now this is a really weird little bag thing. It's not really a bag. Look at that. I got the magnet stuck to the scissors. Why don't they make scissors out of plastic? Well, they do, but if you're really young. And this is a little bag for the batteries. I do have some AA batteries. Don't ask me if they've got any charge left in them. I seem to have used up all my AA batteries recently, but there's a couple of random ones sitting on the table, and they should work. And you've really got to do a lot of work here. You've got to tie the wires around that. Well, we'll save that to the very end. And the magnet thing, this is going to be the tricky part. I'm going to figure... So how do these get attached to the thing? How do these stick here? Oh, you have to glue them on? Well then what's these things for? There's little holes. Oh, this is the holes for the wires to go through. Well, that's cool. Okay, so these are the holes for what this thing is going to go through. I feel like this video could be on my other channel. But I'm going to do it on this channel, electronics channel. Because, as I just said, there's not enough videos being made at the moment, and I need to catch up and put some more videos on. And this is all about electronics. Well, not electronics, about electricity. And maybe we can adapt this to do something interesting. So this has got to attach. Well, the first thing we're going to do is get this out of here. Alright, and get this little hole out of here. These don't line up very well. But these don't cost much. I think this only costs like a couple of dollars including postage. So don't get too excited. But then again, I did one of these a while ago and it was like a little car thing. That one only had, the wires only go through one side. Well, that's mean. Okay. I feel like they should go through both sides. Okay, well they don't. There's only a hole on one side. Let's just look at the instructions. The instructions aren't really helping me a lot. I have to go entirely by looking at the picture. Oh, this is, I think I can see what's going to happen. The wire isn't actually attached to both sides. Well, that makes sense, I guess. I think this is going to take a bit of playing around. So that can just go through there. This wire can go onto here. Alright, so the trick, this is going to be the hard part, because I don't really know what you have to do. It says, I can't read any of this, so that's not handy. Well, what can I see what color the wire is? I think the red wire is in fact the one that is, which is the positive. So I think maybe the best thing to do is to get this thing here and work out how I'm going to attach this. Maybe I should, because I don't really want to glue it on. Oh, I've just realized I've taken all my sellotape and I've got this kind of cello. I've got some masking tape. I'm just going to put some masking tape. Well, I don't want to make it heavier than it is, because the whole trick with this thing is it's got to be pretty light. So maybe if I just put a little tiny hole with something that's appropriate for putting little tiny holes in things. A pencil. I don't think this is the worst thing to put. There's like, okay. Put one hole here. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, well, we'll just use these things. Put one hole here. Alright, one hole. And another hole here. And then another hole here. Oh. And then another hole, not my finger, in this thing. Okay, so there's a couple of holes here. And then I'm going to thread each side of this. It's a shame they don't make you make this thing, but I guess that's really asking a lot. That goes there. I actually get these things because it's like, well, if you can make these, like, if they, you know, how hard is it? You could build your own. Because you just, I mean, these, buy a piece of wood, drill a hole here, and I've got a lot of copper wire, so I can make a fair few of these things with my eyes closed. Not that you would, because it probably wouldn't be so cool if you were making copper coils with your eyes closed. I feel like there could be like an international championships for that. The international copper wire coiling things for radio enthusiasts who do that kind of stuff. Or people who like making electromagnets. So, have I made an electromagnet on this channel? I don't think I have. Well, we're going to make one tonight. Oh, we did, of course, but only in those big kit sets with the bell thing. So this is actually kind of going to work. Like, I feel like you have to shave the end of this off. Well, that's why they gave you sandpaper. So, let's got to get the height right. I want it pretty close to the bottom. Alright, so the magnet's going to sit here. You're not going to be able to see what I'm doing, which is the rubbish part of this whole video. But I want, so it's going to look like that, and then the magnet's got to reach down, but it's not going to be touching it. I think that's about right, but I want it to be reasonably close. So we can probably, don't do that, lower it a bit. I guess if it's probably best to make it too low, and then you can just put a kink in the wire there, and that will raise it up. So I'm going to do that. That's pretty low, so that should be a good height. And then we're going to shave off the edge of this, because if you're a kid and you're watching this video, the reason is that this is enameled wire, or it's actually got a coating over it that you can't quite see, or you might not think it's there, but it is. And so this wire doesn't actually conduct anything until you've sanded it off, and I think that's done it. But I might as well sand a whole lot of it off. I feel like I should just get some matches out and melt the stuff off. Probably the most effective way. Alright, and then I have to make sure that's touching the actual metal thing. So it doesn't really have to touch the metal, whatever those things, hook bits. That's not a hook. It just has to touch the wires eventually. I'm gonna just shave the whole of this thing down. Look at that, so you can see it coming off. And we'll do it on the other side. And that's what I should have done in the first place. That actually looks a lot different. Okay. So we may have to end up doing that for the other side, because that's just how it's going to work out. And then put this through. This is actually going to be slightly more tricky than I thought. Oh, I took off my long nose plier thing. Oh no, they're right there. Okay. Piece of plastic, and I'm going to get that thing. That one can go through there. So useful tools to have are these kind of things. and an ability to hold things in a weird way. Alright, so that's kind of alright. Kind of, maybe, not really. That better be alright. It doesn't, oh, it's quite high up, isn't it? I gone and did what I said I shouldn't have done. Okay, that's pretty low. That's good. Okay, so we're going to get some of this stuff, and this is going to stick it together. I feel like I should got my glue gun out. I don't have time for this kind of double-sided stuff. But we're going to have to use it. So we get 4 pieces. So one for that thing, one for each of these, and a spare, I guess. Maybe it goes, I don't know how it's supposed to go, like, does it go like that? And then you put it on the top. Alright. Close enough. Alright, and then we'll take another one, we'll do the other side. I do feel like I should have had a nail to nail the top bit in. So the other one I had before was this, I don't know where I put it. I will dig it up. It has 2 motors on it, and one motor has a rubber band drive belt attached to the other motor. And the other motor is being used as a generator for a little LED, and so when you turn the first motor on, it drives the second motor, and that turns the LED on. It's the world's most inefficient way of making an LED come on, but, well, not the most inefficient way, I'm sure there's many more inefficient ways, but silly magnet, bad magnet, why would you do this? And so I don't want to put the, well, I guess it doesn't matter which way around the magnet is. Oh, it's definitely too high now. Okay, well, we can scrunch it up a bit. Alright, there we go. There we go, that looks good. It's just high enough. Alright, now we're going to do the wire stuff. So the blue, where'd the blue wire go? Oh, there's the blue wire. So what does the picture kind of say? It's got that thing there, that doesn't help. It probably says sand the top parts. And where does the blue one attach? So there's a little picture of a red one. So it's going like that. So the red wires come through there. So the blue wire, so where's the red wire going to attach? The red wire is going to attach through this little hole, and it's somehow only going to slightly touch. It's going to come out. Oh, I think that's the side I didn't sand down very well. Well, that was smart, wasn't it? So that should be a lot more sanded. I bet you I can't get this thing to work. This is very fine sandpaper. It's really delicate. I kind of feel like they could have gone with a bit of a rougher stuff. What is it called? Rougher grade or something. I mean, I've got tons of sandpaper sitting around here somewhere. All right, well that's close enough, kind of. Oh no! Okay, whoops. Okay, put this back through there. I took the plastic bit off before I had gone all the way through the hole. That's not a good thing to do. I still don't want to take all the plastic thing off. I'm just going to twist it around a bit because it's multi-strand wire. And it's going to sit like that. And the blue one, I guess, can just be attached on the other side to here. I don't know what the best way is. I'm just going to wrap it around the copper. I should have probably attached it to the copper wire. Now for the big test. We need to get them. Oh, that's not working. Alright, I don't know if you can actually see what on earth I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to wrap it around the wire. Oh, I broke the whole thing. Probably should have put the wires on before I put it together. Alright, that should be good. That should just sit over here. Where's that multimeter gone? So I'm just going to test that there's some continuity. So I should be able to go from this wire here through the coil over to here. That's not working. Well, it's not going to work if I can't do that. Okay, well we're getting through there. So we are connected to this copper thing, seemingly. Well, that's a good sign, I think. But is this going to touch? I've got to be able to touch it here. No, I'm not getting anything on that bit. So I'm going to have to sand that down a bit more. Otherwise, this whole thing's not going to work. So how much am I going to have to... Let's do it like this. For a while. Alright, and then we'll do the other side for a while. It's looking sanded. Better work this time. So touch it to that one. Alright, there we go. Fine. Okay, cool. Now we've got connection all the way through. And now we just got to get the battery out. That little battery box. And which one's going to be positive? This one's going to be positive. So we better go with the colours that they've got on the thing. I just think we're probably going to have to flip the magnet upside down. Depending. So it will matter which way round the magnet is. So I don't want to glue the magnet in until I've done a test run. So this is going to be like those little cats that they have. And the other little, I had one before. It was a little minion thing that I was going to go. So this better work. I feel like I should be soldering this into place, but I'm not. Okay, so that's one's there, and the blue one. Oh, and look, I know I haven't taken the plastic off yet, so I'm really worried that if the plastic falls off, I can't get it through the hole because it's going to be all multi-threaded nightmare. It's a pretty small hole. I do feel that they could have drilled a larger hole in the side, given its function. And I do, of course, have a drill. I have a little hand drill. I have this little... One thing I'm going to show is I think you should really get if you do anything with electronics is this little tiny hand drill thing, which is really good for very small little hole things. And you don't have to go and get your drill out or your Dremel tool or anything like that. However, I have two Dremel-like tools which I've never got around to even trying yet. So that's going to be an exciting adventure and something new to make stuff with. Oh gosh. How much time have we got? 10 minutes left on the camera. So hopefully this is close enough to working. Let's just get some batteries. So I don't know which batteries work, but that's good because I've got this thing here. And it's not a battery. Well, I've got a battery tester. Let's just use the battery tester. Alright. This terrible thing. It's not terrible. It does work. It's just, it's a little bit flimsy. That one's a good one. We only need one good battery. Ah, those are good batteries. Right, fine. So, battery 1 in. There's no switch. So, that's sad. We'll just have to go with the flow. So I've got to put that there. You're not going to get to see this to work because I can't show you it because I can't move the camera. So that's your loss. But I'm going to tell you if it works, and you can be like, "Oh, yay! He told me it worked. It's the best day ever." Well, if I touch it, nothing happens, of course. But if I put the magnet underneath here, and then I touch it, nothing at all happens. I think it's got to be a bit higher up, so I'm going to do the little notch thing. Okay, nothing is happening. I'm going to turn the magnet over. I don't think this is going to work at all. Is there anything coming out of these batteries? Out of these wires? Yes. Okay, So, please work. No, I think it has to be a bit lower down. Just over the magnet. Is it, wait, I've got to remember my magnet theory. That's what the picture says. Alright, that's right. The magnetic field should be that way. Should be like right-hand rule with regards to the coil. It's not doing what it's supposed to. So I want it in the middle of that. I kind of want at least for it to move. It's being pushed a little bit. Like there is some response to the magnet. Oh, look at that, look at that. Okay, it's doing something. But it's not doing quite what I want. Come on, come on. Well, it did it once, and now it won't do it again. So it must be this side here. This side is not as reliable as I was hoping. Alright, we'll try it again this side. I'm pretty sure that was the correct way a minute ago. Okay, we're going to have to do this continuity thing again, aren't we? Oh, this is too tricky, too tricky. Alright, one goes there. I don't think I can do a continuity check. Yes, I can, as long as I'm not touching the wire. The batteries. Well, you don't get a very good connection. Touching that thing. So maybe if I wrap it around the actual... Yes, I should really have sand. You really have to sand. Pro tip, you have to sand it down a lot to get a good connection. It's probably got to be a reasonably tight fit. Alright, well that's good enough. Okay. One more time. How am I going to get this? I feel like I just need to solder everything together. Wow, when it worked, it worked. Okay. So I have to take this whole thing off. Alright, we'll just try one more time with the soldering. Not the soldering, with the sanding. This is basically making like a motor. It's the same kind of frustration that you're going to get when you try and make a motor. So if you can get this to work, you know, you've done really well in life. You've done an amazing thing. You should be really proud of yourself. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself when I'm trying to go to sleep tonight. Okay. Problem is, alright, so is this going to conduct when I touch these two together? Oh, come on. Come on. Make a beepy sound. I've got the right thing, right? Come on. That is so frustrating. Come on. Seriously, I had it working a second ago. It has to work. Has my multimeter just stopped working? It has. I'm sure of it. Okay. Come on. Wait. I have to clean it. There's all the grit. All the little bits of tiny copper, which I'm now going to inhale and eat, and probably get copper enamel poisoning thingy. Okay. Don't have anything to burn it with. No, wait, it does work when you do that. Kind of. It worked for a second. Well, I think it should work. I think it's very sensitive. Okay. So I'm going to just tie that to there. This is a bad idea because when you make these magnet things, it gets real hot real fast. So this is not going to go well. And then I'm going to tie the blue. I'm just going to get the blue one and tie it straight on. No. Where's the magnet gone? Come back, magnet. We forgive you for all your silliness. I'm going to put the magnet underneath the middle, and hopefully it should... Yay! Okay. Well, that should be good enough. I've gone and wrapped the wrong one around. So we've got this with 2 minutes remaining on the clock. We've got it. I've sanded it down an awful lot. So that thing's going to be the touch. Oh, no, the little end bit came off. That's fine. So if I can have it sitting like that, that one can go back where it was. This can be bent up slightly. And the blue wire just has to come here. And now it's the magnet upside down. Please, just work. I don't think this is good. Like, I guess once you get this working, it's basically just never touch it again. Right, and I've got to make sure this is working as well. I give up. The batteries aren't getting hot, so that's an indication that it's not going to work. Oh, it's working. It's the wrong way around. Okay, I'm going to turn the magnet upside down. Okay, there we go. Okay, alright. 14 seconds. Oh no, we've run out of time. Okay. Alright, I'm going to finish there, and then I am going to fiddle around with it, and then I'm going to just add a quick extra few minutes onto the video.